Hello everybody, welcome to Sure Shot Archery, and today I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks on nocking your arrow on your string. Now this is a very simple, philosophy, nocking an arrow, but you could be doing it wrong, or maybe you found out you're doing it wrong because you're having problems with your nocks cracking, or you're getting some odd arrow flight when the arrow leaves the string because it's not leaving the string very smoothly. And I'll show you how. So first off, I want to show you what a nock looks like that properly clicks onto a string. Now you notice that there wasn't really any deformation of the nock as it pushed into the string. It did bend a little, but then it clicked right on. You hear that nice strong click sound. Now, it doesn't look like there's a lot of stress on the nock. It actually moves a little bit up and down, but it's not moving a tiny bit. I could probably have a tighter nocking point. But this video is about how the nock attaches to your string. Also, I can show that it's not too loose. I'm shaking it here, and the nock is not coming off the string. If this string was too thin, the nock would barely click on, and it would probably fall off from me doing this. But to show that it's not too tight, one, you can see that this is not being bent out, it's not deforming the nock, and two, I can lift my string up a little bit, and there goes that arrow. Comes off nice and crisp, but it doesn't take a lot of effort. But you're not going to have to worry about the nock pinching off the string when you put your fingers on it, because it's held on well enough to get around that, but it's not so tight that a lot of force has to be exerted in order for that arrow to leave the string. So I'm going to give you some examples of improper nock fit and how to fix them. Alright, now here I have an indoor arrow, and this is my outdoor bow. So the nocks on the indoor arrows are generally a little bit thicker. The throat of them, this is the throat in the center right there, usually require a thicker string, or a thicker serving, not necessarily the string. And as you can see, when I click it on, it's very loose. It doesn't quite come off, but it doesn't quite stay on there correctly. This arrow, when being drawn back, is going to slide all over the place. Of course, I don't have it in my nocking point, but it's also sized bigger than a standard X10, because this is an X7. Now, some ways to fix this would be to go up one size or maybe two sizes on your serving material. Here are some of the sizes of serving materials. This happens to be the smallest size you can buy, the one I'm holding here. Generally though, you're probably going to be more in the 19 and 17 range, maybe a little bit higher. But this will give you a general idea on where you want to sit. I have not used this string for a serving. I just want to give you, a heads up on there's a whole bunch of sizes out there. So if you make your own strings or you order strings, maybe you want to specify what size center serve you want so that your arrows fit on there correctly. Other ways you can get around this to increase the thickness of your string would be to increase the strands. Other than that, you could try to find smaller nocks. Now, this is one of the big, I believe it's one of the S nocks. Now, I could be wrong, but you can get pin nocks for these that are much smaller, more like an X10's nock, more like one of these. You can get them for your bigger arrows, sometimes, depending on the arrow, and that way your nock will fit onto your string perfectly fine and it'll come off great. Unlike this one, which would have a tendency of falling off itself way too early and could cause you, to lose points or maybe completely miss the target. Now I'm going to show you what an arrow looks like when it's on a string that is too thick. Now we have a bow that has a thicker center serving, and it matches up great with these thicker arrows. They fit on there nicely, and there's no stress on the nock itself. It's not flexing too much because the center serve's too thick. This center serve is just right for this nock and this size arrow. We can do our little pullback test. Gone. Perfect. And we can do our shake test. This arrow does not come off when we shake it, so that means it won't come off when we draw the arrow back, but it'll still come off smooth enough when we shoot it. Now I'm going to show you what a nock looks like when it gets stuck on too big of a string. Now that was really rough, and I had to put a lot of force into pushing that nock onto this center serving in order to get it to click. I'm going to rotate the bow for you guys. Hopefully you can see this. I'll put it in front of the nocking point, and you can see the nock bending in order to fit on that string. That is something you do not want. Yes, it's on there secure. So secure you can probably draw this back further than your standard test, and it still won't come off. Look how far I'm going, and this nock's not moving. That is very bad, and it's going to mess with your arrow's flight, and will probably mess with your scoring, and you may even miss the target. But what it's also doing that you're not seeing is it's putting little cracks into this nock that are eventually going to cause it to break. Now, it may break when you shoot it, probably not the first time, but it may break the second time or third time, and eventually you're going to possibly, ruin this arrow when it misses the target, or ruin the nock and have to put a new nock on it. Now, nocks may only cost a couple cents, but to a couple dollars, but it's still going to cost you, and it's going to cost you points. Now, ways to go about fixing this would be, one, get bigger nocks. Now, this is an Easton nock, and it's in the small size, or some companies go by size 1 is their small size. They also make a medium-sized pin nock, so you can go up to their medium size or a size 2, as some other companies may call it. That will increase the size of the throat of the nock, and that way it will have the throat size in order to safely and consistently click onto this center serving without cracking the nock itself. Now, other ways around this, if you don't happen to have more nocks on you, or you really like the nocks you're using, would be either to drop a couple strands on the string, which may not be recommended, or you can go and pick up some more center serve material again, and either reserve your string, or tell the person that makes your strings, or the company that makes your strings, or wherever you order your strings, if you can specify, get a smaller diameter thread on your center serving. That way, your nocks will click on consistently, accurately, and you don't have to worry about them cracking. Now, hopefully these tips and tricks will help you out and help you achieve a better score, maybe not break your nocks, or even get a better arrow flight. I've learned these things over the years. I've learned them from talking to other people, and of course, experimenting on my own. So hopefully this helped you out. If you have something to add, comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear other ways that you solve nocking problems. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and as always, happy shooting.